I call to order this October 29th meeting of the North Allegheny School Board. Please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic
for which it stands,
one
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Starting with our calendar review, we had an executive session this evening to discuss a personnel matter. We have our October regular meeting tonight, and in November, we only have one meeting. Our combined meeting will be on November 12th. And at that meeting, we will have our preliminary budget presentation and our capital funding and facilities report. Moving on to speakers on voting items. If you would like to share your concerns on a voting item, this is your opportunity to be heard by the board. It is not an opportunity for back and forth discussion. Please come to the podium, state your name and address, and you may address the board for up to 5 minutes if you are a pre-registered speaker and up to 2 minutes if you have not pre-registered. If you provide your address to Ms. Weidman when you pre-registered, or if you have completed and turned in one of the speaker cards in the back of the room, you do not need to state your address at the podium. We are planning a consent agenda this evening, and I'd like to call special attention to the first 3 items on the agenda since they are significant additions since our work session. They are the approval of a collective bargaining agreement and MOU, a memorandum of understanding with the NA School Bus Drivers Association, and adoption of a contract and appointment of a school police officer. You are obviously welcome to comment on any of these items along with any of the items that were presented 2 weeks ago at our work session. We do not have any pre-registered speakers. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak for up to 2 minutes on a voting item only? I was worried I had said a lot of words for nothing, and I guess I just did. Okay, seeing no speakers, we will move on to the approval of the minutes. Ms. Hardy.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. This evening, the board will vote to approve or not approve the minutes of the September 10th and September 24th, 2025 board meetings, and I so move.
Second.
I assume there are no questions or comments on this item. Then we are ready for the vote.
The vote is open.
Ms. Hardy.
Thank you. The vote is closed and passes unanimously.
Thank you. Next, we have our student activities report. Ms. Pagnato and Ms. Jin.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. Nash Key Club participated in the homecoming parade, decorating their float with a creative Wizard of Oz theme. Members and volunteers worked together to design and assemble the truck, showcasing teamwork and school spirit while representing the club's commitment to service and community involvement. For October, Key Club plans to hold its monthly meeting and organize additional service activities to continue promoting volunteerism and engaging among its members. Additionally, the Senior Class Council successfully organized and conducted their senior class officer elections. In October, the council will focus on designing the official class of 2026 senior shirt and planning the 4th annual senior costume contest, which will take place this Friday.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. Student Council participated in the NAI Activity Fair with around 61 students showing interest in joining the club. They also held its first of many staff appreciation events with the theme Muffin Compares to You. Finally, on October 2nd, they led the PTSO meeting discussing topics such as parent-student communication, student council-sponsored events, and efforts to strengthen ties with the Nash Student Council. Interact Club will host its first meeting in October. They also have a conference in October where members can learn about new ways to provide service for the community. Additionally, they have written letters to seniors living in nursing homes around the country.
Thank you both. Next, we have a consent agenda planned for this evening. Would anyone like to make a motion?
So moved. Second.
Thank you. I just wanted to say, because of the new items in this agenda this evening, I wanted to mention that if any board member would like to separate out any voting item, they can make a motion to pull an item, and we can vote on them individually if necessary. Ms. Blackburn, do you have?
I will be abstaining from item number 1, please.
I would like to first ask the board if anyone, I would like to start comments and see if anyone has comments on item number 1, which is the approval of the new CBA with the teachers union. Does anyone have comments on the first item? Anyone else? Okay. Well, I just wanted to say I'm quite pleased with the result of these negotiations, and I'm very grateful to Dr. Highland and Mr. Harrell and the administrative team and the NAF team for working together through this collaborative process. And this contract values the work of our teachers, our nurses, and all of our professional staff. It's also a fiscally responsible agreement that will aid the district in long-term financial planning and provide operational efficiencies. This CBA focuses on our students and how to prepare all of them for success in a changing world. Much gratitude to everyone who is involved in its development. And so if there's no other questions on item 1, I will open it up to, is there any other questions or comments on any other item in the consent agenda? Mr. McClure.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. And to echo what you said, congratulations to everybody who was involved in this process for that contract. I think it's really pretty remarkable to get it done and to have an 8-year term. It's awesome. I wanted to comment on the energy purchases. Those numbers weren't populated until the last 24 hours or so because of the way the market moves on those. And we're doing 1-year contracts on gas and electric. Just for perspective, the market's moving in such a way that there's not good opportunities to purchase long-term. And what I'm seeing here for this 1-year deal is right in line with similar purchases I've made for my own business. And I think this is a good deal for 1 year, and hopefully a year from now, we'll see a little better value.
Thank you, Mr. McClure. Does anyone else have any questions or comments on any item in the consent agenda? Okay. I have some comments on item 3, but I will save those for after the vote. Ms. Weidman, we're ready.
The vote is open. Mr. McClure?
Aye.
The vote has closed and all items passed unanimously with the abstention of Mrs. Blackburn on item number 1.
Thank you, Ms. Weidman. And I just also wanted to comment on our hiring this evening of Ms. Nicole Connolly as a new police officer for the district. We all had the opportunity to talk with her this evening, and Ms. Blackburn and I also sat in on a previous interview round. And I just wanted to let you know, I was so impressed with your proficiency, your poise, and your professionalism during the interview process. You clearly demonstrated your understanding of how to navigate the nuances of working as a law enforcement officer in an educational environment. And I am thrilled to welcome you to the North Allegheny team.
I just want to thank everyone on the board for this opportunity, but mostly your trust in me. I'm so grateful to be joining the district and working with the staff, the students, and their families to continue to keep NA safe. I also want to give a special thanks to Dr. Highland and also Chief. Throughout this long process, your genuine care for the school district and also the team you put in it is really inspiring, and I'm grateful to be a part of that team. So thank you all so much, and go Tigers.
Thank you, Officer Conley. Now we move on to special reports by the board, and we will start with our solicitors providing electronic report this month, and Dr. Simkoviak. And Dr. Simkoviak, could you present on the Citizens Advisory Report and the North Allegheny Foundation report?
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. The Citizens Advisory Committee will be meeting next in mid-November. The North Allegheny Foundation hosted yet another successful and wildly popular Trick or Trot event on last Saturday. It was a lovely day and a great time had by all, with money raised for the foundation.
Thank you. Mrs. Blackburn, the A.W. Beatty Career Center report.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. We did not have a meeting this month. However, I would like to mention that we did have our Hall of Fame banquet, and it was wonderful as always. Every person who got up was so deserving, and they talked about how much being in the athletic program at North Allegheny has meant to them through their life. And I believe every person also thanked Mr. Bizzuto and said how instrumental he has been for the whole athletic program. So it was really a lovely evening that I enjoyed, and I'll already be looking forward to next year's. Thank you.
Dr. Shaw, the legislative report.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. Unfortunately, between the federal government shutdown and the budget impasse at the state level, there is nothing to report in the legislative report.
Thank you. Okay, I do not see anyone new in the audience, so I'm not going to go through the same spiel again, but now we can take speakers on any topic. It does not need to be a voting item. We have two pre-registered speakers. The first one is Brandon Masseth. And I don't believe Mr. Masseth is here. So then we will move on to our second pre-registered speaker, who is Stephanie Hickton.
Okay, good evening, members of the board. Thank you for the opportunity to speak about an important effort for our district, which is strengthening our digital citizenship program. My name is Stephanie Hickton, and my daughters attend Franklin Elementary School, where they're having a wonderful experience. In my professional life, I work in the financial industry combating cyber-enabled crime, where I've gained a perspective on the importance of preparing families to navigate the digital world safely and responsibly. As technology continues to shape how our students learn, communicate, and see the world, teaching them how to use it wisely is paramount. Digital citizenship is a core part of preparing young people for life beyond the classroom and in equipping students with the judgment, empathy, and critical thinking skills they need to thrive in our connected world. Our students engage in digital spaces for academic studies, socializing, and play. These environments can support learning and bonding, but they also bring challenges in the form of cyberbullying, privacy concerns, misinformation, and overuse. Just this month, a Pew Research Center study showed that 80% of parents thought the harms of social media outweighed the benefits, and 86% of parents say managing their child's screen time is a daily priority. A majority wish tech companies and policymakers would set clear standards for what kids can access online. Here at NA, the Pittsburgh Youth Mental Health Alliance was recently created to reverse the negative trends in youth mental health through education, advocacy, and collective community action. I recently attended their excellent presentation called Unscroll Your Life, the Parenting Playbook from NA Community Connections, and I look forward to joining their growing efforts. And schools, of course, play a pivotal role. They're one of the few places where every child and their family can access trusted, vetted guidance on tech use. Schools operate with students' well-being as their core mission, and they can provide balanced information about online safety and digital balance and other topics where many parents feel overwhelmed or underinformed. Schools also have the unique ability to model digital responsibility through classroom practices, shaping norms around respectful communication, academic integrity, and privacy that matter beyond the school day. When schools take the lead with clear communication, shared expectations, and accessible resources, parents feel far more prepared to guide their child's digital lives. School districts that have implemented comprehensive digital citizenship programs have seen measurable benefits: fewer online behavior incidents and stronger student savviness in navigating issues like bullying and unsolicited outreach. 94% of students reported more confidence with digital skills who had undergone such a program. From a school in West Virginia, and I'll quote, "I've been teaching with these resources for 5 years now, and I see quite a difference in the students' knowledge of how to respond to problems in the online gaming world. I used to worry about the students giving too much information to strangers, but now they're excited to tell me how they respond to unsolicited information requests. I'm so proud that they know how to keep safe online." North Allegheny already has a strong foundation. I understand that we have digital safety instruction throughout grade levels, and our district website offers resources for families. But we can go further. We have an opportunity to make our program more visible, easier to access, and integrated throughout the school year. Here are 3 immediate, low-cost ways to strengthen our digital citizenship efforts. First is to adopt a strong, trusted curriculum. So a resource worth highlighting is Common Sense Education's Digital Citizenship and Wellbeing Curriculum. It's one of the most widely used programs in the country, with over 1.4 million educators accessing its materials. and it is free for schools. The curriculum covers healthy habits, online privacy, digital footprint, communication, cyberbullying, and media literacy. The lessons are age-appropriate, easy for teachers to integrate, and come with ready-made family engagement materials in multiple languages. This content was developed in partnership with Project Zero at Harvard Graduate School of Education. By adopting it district-wide, we can ensure every student receives consistent evidence-based instruction, and every family has access to the same shared language and resources to reinforce learning at home. Second, make resources more visible and relevant to families. The district's digital citizenship webpage can be organized so families can easily find it from the district's main homepage. It can include links to topics families care about most to help parents find what they need and become their go-to resource. A great model is Fairfax County Public Schools in Virginia, whose digital citizenship site is comprehensive with content aimed at supporting families regardless of their tech comfort level. Third, and underlying all of this, is build deeper partnerships with families. Activities that students take home can spark meaningful discussions at the dinner table. An example would be conversation cards on hot topics. When students first receive their school-issued tablets, printed family guides can be included at the same time. And we can include short tech tips in school newsletters. Developing this partnership with families will turn them into active partners so students see consistency between home and school expectations, strengthening their good habits. Parents feel informed and empowered, not overwhelmed, and schools see fewer digital incidents and more positive engagement, both online and in person. It builds a shared, informed culture of responsibility.
Your time is up.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it okay?
If you can quickly wrap it up, that's fine, or you can email the entirety of your remarks to us and we'll be sure to look at them.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay. Mhm.
So with your support, we can make our program more visible, more impactful, preparing our students to lead in the digital world with confidence. Thank you.
Thank you. That was our last pre-registered speaker. If there's anyone else in the audience who would like to speak on any topic for up to 2 minutes, now is your opportunity. Okay, seeing none, we will move on to our closing items. Does anyone on the board have any announcements or reminders? Mr. McClure.
Thank you, Mrs. Warner. I just didn't want to let the evening pass without recognizing what happened here this evening with this vote and the amount of work that goes behind getting a contract like this put together. So Dr. Hyland, Mr. Harrell, your team, this is really a pretty neat thing. Having been involved in these before, this is a huge, huge effort. And to at least recognize this effort, I'm thrilled that the board came behind this. I understand that the union members really overwhelmingly supported this. So thank you to everybody involved. And I think, excuse me, a round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. McClure. I wholeheartedly agree. Does anyone else? And actually, I would like to have one more thank you related to the agreement this evening. Ms. Weidman, thank you for proofreading it word by word. It's over a 100-page document, and I know you went through it multiple times to make sure it was in the best shape possible. And that's tedious work, and I really appreciate all the effort you put into it. Does anyone else have any comments or announcements? All right, seeing none, we are adjourned.
No, 7:19.